Okay, we've got a volume of revolution question, which is dead easy. We set up an integral, we do it. Okay, setting up the integral. Okay, it says we rotate through 360 degrees. Well, of course we rotate through 360 degrees, otherwise it's not a revolution. So that's just scenery. Okay, what we need is about the x-axis. That means we need the formula that ends with dx. So it must have the integral of y squared dx in it, and we all know that there's a pi in front of that. So integral of pi y squared dx is our volume. So we've got to set it up for our particular y. So this equals pi times the integral of square x squared, square x you get x squared, square the square root you get x squared, plus 5 dx. When we need to put the limits on, oh look, we've got 0 and 2, so we've got our marks for setting up the integral, and now we've got a core 2 integral to do. Okay, we have to multiply out the brackets for this one. Don't try doing parts or anything stupid. So we want the pi times, okay, the integral of x to the power 4 plus 5x squared dx, which equals pi times integrate x to the 4 is a fifth x to the 5 and integrate x squared, it's a third x cubed, so 5/3 x cubed, and of course this is between the limits 0 and 2. Best not to lose your limits on the way through, but you can just remember them at the end. Okay, so we've got to slap our limits in, so we're going to get equals pi times a round bracket minus a round bracket. Okay, so it's a fifth times 2 to the 5 plus 5/3 times 2 cubed, and in this bracket it's a 0 to the 5 and 0 cubed. Oh, that is just going to be 0. Okay, so we've got 2 to the 5, which is 32 over 5, so it's pi times 32 over 5 plus 5 times 2 cubed is 5 times 8, which is 40 over 3. So if I'm feeling stupid, I can just do that on my calculator, and my calculator thinks the answer is whatever that says, 296 over 15. And while I'm cheating outrageously on my calculator, I can do the original integral, and it gives me 296 over 15, so I've not mucked up. Except I have completely mucked up if I don't put pi on my answer. So 296 over 15 is my pi is my final answer to that question. Okay, and on the next page we've got another question, and again it tells me it's 360 degrees. I don't care, it's always 360 degrees, but I do care that it's about the y-axis. Okay, so I need an integral ending in dy. So I've got to do the integral of, well, it's not y, it's got to be x squared dy, and it needs a pi in front. So that's my volume formula now. Okay, so I've got the equation of the curve, so I've got a y, okay, but I want an x because I'm going to be doing the integral dy. Okay, I also need some correct limits. So when you set up your integral, you don't, not when you quote the formula, you don't have to, but you need to show you're using the correct limits. Now, this is dy, so I want the limits 0 and 10, not 0 and 5. Okay, so I need to do v equals pi times the integral from 0 to 10, okay, of whatever x squared is. Well, let's go over here and find out what x squared is. So y equals 100 minus 4x squared being square rooted. So let's say y squared equals 100 minus 4x squared. So I've just taken that and squared both sides, and I can make x a subject. So 4x squared equals 100 minus y squared. So x squared equals a quarter, brackets 100 minus y squared. So I just need to shove that x squared in here. So I want a quarter, brackets 100 minus y squared, close brackets dy. Okay, well that quarter can go outside with the pi. So I've got pi by 4, and then in square brackets I'm integrating 100, which is 100. Variable is y, so it's 100y, not 100x. And then y squared integrates to a third y cubed, and my limits are 0 and 10. So I have to do pi by 4 times, okay, round brackets minus a round brackets, but it's back to core 2 integration because put naught in here. Core 3 and core 4 always do put naught in properly, but when I do naught here and naught there, I do really get naught. Okay, and then put your 10 in, so 100y is 1,000, and then y cubed is also 1,000, so that's minus 1,000 over 3, which is 2/3 of 1,000, so this is 2,000 pi's over 12. 4 times 2 is 12. Your calculator can do this bit for you. A quarter times 1,000 minus 1,000 over 3 is 2,000 over 12, but that cancels down to 500 pi by 3. And if I'm feeling really stupid, I can type that integral into my calculator. There it is. Of course, I have to use x, not y as the letter. Press equals 500 over 3. And of course, the pi you put in by hand. Marvellous.